Good evening and welcome once again to Video View. And with me here in Studio 5 tonight, ready to view and discuss a selection of current videos, are Joan Jett. Welcome to Night Network, Joan.
Good to be here.
And Glenn Gregory. Welcome, Glenn.
Thank you.
Now, Joan, you know, it's not often we see you over in the UK. What's brought you over at the moment?
To say hi. Actually, no. Actually, we have a record out now called I Hate Myself for Loving You, a single, and apparently it's doing pretty good over here, so I just came over to
give it a bit of help.
Yeah, so I just came over to do a little, little press, and it looks like we're going to be back to tour, all of Britain in late October, November, but, to do a full-scale thing.
Oh, great, because you haven't really toured in England extensively before now, I mean, for some years.
Not for several years, I think. Not since maybe '84, maybe even earlier.
Yeah, '82, I think, yeah. Great, OK, then, Glenn, so where have you been?
Well, we haven't been touring. We haven't toured ever since I was born. And we're over here plugging our record in the only way we can. This is on TV. And
it's by plugging your record.
Exactly, yes. Yeah, which is the Ballad of Go-Go Brand. But I have heard Jones, and it is doing well, Jones.
Jones' video is the last one out tonight, so if you wait till the end of the show, you will be able to see it. Anyway, let's have a look at some videos then, shall we? First up tonight then, eyes down as we go into the latest offering from Steve Winwood. It's a track entitled What the Night Can Do. Tell us what.
Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah, you enjoyed pushing the button, yeah. It's the first time I've got to push it.
It's a feeling of power.
It is power, yeah. No, the thing is about that, there's tons of videos at the moment, and we almost did it. Made out in either New Mexico or like out in LA to look like Mexico, or maybe New Orleans or somewhere like that, all that dust. There's a Nick Cayman one that used all that. But that also reminded me of, what's that film? Angel Heart. You know, with that, all like the girl dancing in there at the beginning and the fire and the love scene in Angel Heart where the girl from Bill Cosby Show got all that stick because she, shouldn't have done that sort of thing. I don't know.
To me, I don't know. I think maybe it's just my taste, but it's a bit mellow for me.
Oh,
and it seems a lot like Stevie Winwood's previous things, and also it reminds me a lot of his Michelob commercials.
Well, having never seen his Michelob commercials, well, I can't speak, but I'm sure
live in the States.
I think I might have preferred them actually.
Well, that's, I mean.
No, it wasn't
like
too bad.
He's actually on tour in the States at the moment. Is he the sort of person you'd go along and see, Joan?
To tell you the truth, I mean, it's a bit mellow for me, that kind of music. I think he's extremely talented. I mean, I don't want anybody to get the wrong impression. I think he's great, but it's not really the kind of thing that I would shell out money to go see. No.
But do you think it appeals to Americans in general, then?
I think a lot of people are really into him, definitely. Not only because of his history, but because they like his music now.
I mean, that sort of song, I think I agree with Joan. I think it is a bit sort of, it's not really going in. It's a nice song. You might like it if you hear it on the radio, but I don't think it's going to encourage you to go out and buy it, really, is it?
No, it's not. I really wouldn't take any notice of it at all, really.
I felt no passion.
I mean, that would just go completely and totally over my head, always. The video as well. I mean, I watched the video for as long as I did, only because I was thinking of the film Angel Heart and how much I liked it. Right, yeah. I had my eyes closed.
Well, anyway, for those of you who are fans of Steve Winwood, he reaches the UK on the 25th of September. He's added 3 extra nights to 5, so he's doing 8 nights at the Albert Hall from there onwards, so you can go and see him there. Well, then next up, we've got young Joey Tempest and the boys with their first single in a while. Yup, it's Europe, and they're back with Superstitious.
Keep on calling my name, I'll be there.
Whoa. I don't know.
Take
to
it,
me,
Jen.
that song, first of all, the song, I think, is horrible. I think it's horrible.
Don't look at me for compliments.
No,
I agree entirely. Songs.
Second of all,
incredibly horrible.
I think the video is extremely boring. They look nothing. I mean, it looks so pretentious to me. It's like these guys. They got the clothes. They got the pose.
Exactly.
But that's it. There's no attitude at all. I mean, these guys go under the pretense of rock and roll. That's
Yeah.
about as much rock and roll as Johnny Mathis's rock and roll. I mean, that's the way I feel. You know, I don't like to cut down other people, but, you know, when you think of all the great bands
Yeah.
that are out there struggling, and they got, you know, they got no chance, and these guys just, they're on with a crappy song. You know, it's frustrating.
So how did they get on?
How did they get on here? How did they get on here,
It's
you
your
mean?
fault.
So I could, like,
Well, no, we just thought, you know, we put on a variety of... Oh, listen, there's nothing to me. Okay. No, but have you hated Europe forever then, Joan? I mean, did you like nothing on the Final Countdown album?
I didn't like, well, I never listened to the album. I thought Final Countdown was a better song. But, I mean, to me, it's very corporate sounding. It sounds like a Twinkie. I mean, it sounds...
So do you think it's
completely
like... I mean,
sugar.
we've had...
The thing about that sort of thing, I mean, there's tons of it. We get, I mean, I know you obviously get much more of it in America than we do over here, but we get an absolute plethora over here of it. I mean, I don't want to listen to it, and I don't know anyone that does want to listen to it. I mean, obviously there are people that do, but they
Right.
should have their own radio station, and they should have their own TV station, and they should live
It's just-
somewhere near Manchester,
Well-
and you know, and just forget it completely. You know, where it rains a lot.
It's the sort of music, though, that I think you can only like it if you've got a convertible Corvette and you spend all day driving through deserts.
Smashed out of your head.
Yeah, maybe that could help.
I just, you know, it's hard for me to find the appeal. What is it that somebody would like about this?
But you
The
talk-
voice, the song.
I know what you mean. It's the way they look.
The way the band looks. I mean, it comes off very pretentious to me. Like, we've got the clothes, I'm supposed to pose like this, you know, and throw my hair at this point on the drum crash, you know? I mean, it's just, it's very fake to me. I mean, instinctively, that's the first thing
Yeah.
I feel is, what is this doing?
You talk
know.
about, you mentioned that attitude, which is maybe vague, just not in evidence there. I mean, what is your attitude as a performer then? As you describe
My
it?
attitude is that rock and roll is supposed to be fun. You don't do it for the, I mean, of course, hit singles are great. You know, that's wonderful. But you want to play music because you want to play for the kids. You know, you want to get up there and you want to see, you know, that twinkle in their eyes, and they just, it's a way to get out frustration, but in a positive way, instead of going out and getting in fights or smashing windshields. It's like you come to a real rock and roll concert, you know, and you sweat and you scream and you dance and you have a really good time. And I just personally don't think that, I can't see how anybody can go to a Europe
think I'd
concert
rather-
and get that
No, I mean,
sort of vibe.
but on another level, I'd rather stay at home than go and watch
Exactly. Why would you pay money to go see that? I just don't know.
Well, I personally would pay money to go and see anybody. I don't go and see live bands, but
Why
that's
not?
well, that's just not my cup of tea at all. I mean, if live concerts were like 15 minutes long, I could handle it, because that's about as much excitement as you can really get.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, you got to come and see us when we're playing.
Joan, give me an invite and I'll come.
I will. You got it. On the air here, everybody knows it now.
Okay, I'll be there.
Well, listen, we mentioned Nick Kamen just earlier on, and here he is now. It's Nick Kamen with his new track, Bring Me Your Love.